had a revelation this morning. I know it's Sunday, don't get the wrong idea.
I have witnessed an alarming increase in vilification among Jews who disagree. It pains me to my core when I see and read and hear how we label each other: fascists, self-hating Jews, traitors, barely Jewish, and even worse. We create lists of who is in and who is out, and this just sows seeds of antagonism and discord. I see it every day, and it breaks my Jewish heart.
We cannot improve apartheid or separate development. We need to abandon the concept of separateness, and we need to embrace a concept of togetherness within our diversity.
My question goes to SAJBD de Klerk, who I was very interested to hear speak today and was very disappointed by your speech, I must say. As a post-apartheid-born young white South African, we often hear the stories of apartheid's transition read like the smooth narrative that you presented to us today. I feel that many young white South Africans can't find that safe space to connect to what it means to be white today in this country.
I don't think the post-1994 young people of South Africa need to bear the brunt of the guilt of the past, of the wrongs of the past. Whether you're white, whether you're black, we all need each other. And therefore, the youth must grab the opportunities created by the safe spaces I referred to in my disappointing speech.
Trust that if you call into our radio station, you will be heard. The space is safe for you to speak out, for your opinion to be heard. We take all views to try and create exactly that sense, and that sense of modeling what our community could be like and reflecting a range of views. The red line for us are views that express hatred and incite violence.
Unlike Cape Talk, who have no boundaries except for the odd cuckoo guy who phones in, that unfortunately Jewish organizations do have to set boundaries. And I'm particularly referring to those that are anti-Jewish and anti-Semitic, some of them, and those that are anti-Zionist. And in this regard, I would like to mention, for instance, Open Shahada Street.
So I am a non-Zionist. I love Israel-Palestine. I lived there for many years. I'm a non-Zionist. I'm proud of that. And it makes me less nervous to feel that after so many years, I can say who I am. Thank you very much. And to say that I have friends in Open Shahada Street. Thank you.
My name is Natasha, and I have no right to be here today. At least that's the lesson that I took away from my, in hindsight, very foolish decision to venture any kind of opinion about Judaism, let alone dare mention the words Israel, Palestine, or Zionism.
We talk about safe spaces, and a lot of people who have views that might not be accepted by the mainstream about Zionism feel that they are excluded and that the rest of the community doesn't respect them. And there's always this talk about bringing them into the tent. But no one talks about people who feel that the tent is actually becoming unsafe.
That to ask us to interrogate Zionism as part of our constitution is we might as well also interrogate the Jewish side. Maybe Herzliya should stop being a Jewish school. So that is a debate that I don't think needs to happen.
My teachers were amazing. Give or take the rabbi who once told me that the children of intermarriage deserve a place in hell. 10 of my classmates stood up for me, which just proves that there can be safe spaces, even when a voice of authority is telling you that you should believe one thing.
To Natasha, two of the things that you mentioned that were told to you by somebody carrying the title of rabbi, that I was hurt and ashamed that you should have to have heard that from anyone, but especially from somebody carrying the title rabbi.
My girlfriend at the time wasn't Jewish and not even white. Try that one on your granny.
I'm a Jewish lesbian. I'm the mother of 2 black children, so I have an interracial family. I want to thank Jackie and I want to thank Natasha and I want to thank Herzliya School for having my daughter. My daughter isn't considered Jewish, but Herzliya were willing to see her as Jewish.
I've recognized that the only way I can claim my rights to my own freedom of being, and in no particular order, a Jewish, gay, white, South African woman, and ensuring that the rights of equality that are laid down in our Constitution and mentioned earlier are upheld, is by sharing myself freely. That begins with the communities I am a part of and being willing to overcome my own fears for the benefits of all.
Every difference needn't be an argument. Every difference needn't be a division. People are allowed to disagree as to what they believe. Jews have always lived their lives aspirationally, wanting to be both apart from and a part of. For a few thousand years it was made easy because the rest of the world didn't want us to be a part of. And therefore being like the children of Noah was appropriate. Our goal was surviving. You know the old Jewish joke, they tried to kill us, we survived, let's eat. For a long time. But now we have no excuse to be B'nai Noach. We have to be B'nai Sarah and Avraham. We have to say, how do we thrive? Noach was given 7 commandments. We were given 613.
But when we stood at Mount Sinai, God said, the Torah describes us as being Ish Echad, one person, Belev Echad, with one heart. And so while our minds might not always be synchronized, our hearts can be and should be. And please God, that's a model we should use to create in more such spaces, recreating that space of Sinai. Thank you.